Hey everybody, and welcome back to more Pokemon SoulSilver. Last time, we took on Chuck, the 5th gym leader, beat Chuck, he's the Silent gym leader, and then we went back to Olivine City, we saved Amphi the Ampharos, made it healthy again, then we took on Jasmine, the Steel-type gym leader, and got our second badge, or we got 2 badges in one part. Pretty big episode, to put it lightly. But in today's episode, we're actually going to be heading to that cave by Silent City that we haven't visited yet, because we need to check that out and see what's going on. I mean, we don't have to, but I want to show it off because it's kind of cool. So, this is a Cliff Edge Gate. Really small area, but I want to talk about it really quickly after this important music, though. I love that song. That is, honest to God, Route 47 has my favorite route music in the entire game. That song is so relaxing. I love it to death. But, quickly talking about, that, Cliff Edge Gate area. I know it's really small, but I wanted to quickly bring it up, a bit about it. So, it's a very small section of the game, obviously. Cliff Edge Gate is the gateway in order to reach the new Safari Zone, which is where we're heading. This cave can only be entered once you healed up Amphi the Ampharos. Like I said, this area is really small, but it does have a small section. You probably saw it, little, like, it looks like rocks going down. We're gonna need the HM rock climb in order to reach that item down there. We can't do it right now because, like I said, we're not rock climb. But just in case I don't show it off, because I probably won't, it is a big pearl, which you can sell for like a lot of money. This guy here, I just beat one of them, but he has 2 Dunsparce. Dunsparce are terrible, never use them. I think I have 3. But yeah, Dunsparce is terrible. Normal type, it's not a bug for some reason that looks like a bug. Dunsparce is weird. I always wanted Dunsparce to get a super awesome evolution, but it still hasn't to this day, and it makes me sad. It should be like a really cool looking dragon or something, but yeah. And despite the cave, Cliff Edge Gate, specifically being a cave, it doesn't have the cave background music. It just has like the regular like route music you hear like on routes 34, 35, 36, you know, 37, and so on. And, just more of this amazing music here. I love this song so much. It's, like I said, my favorite route music in the entire game. It's so good. But yeah, I really love this rap music. I haven't brought this up yet, and I know it's a DS game, and obviously the DS isn't the most, like, powerful system ever compared to today's standards, because you know, back in my day, we had the Nintendo DS, and you kids these days got your PlayStation 5s, and your Xbox Series X, Xbox X even, you know, you got stuff like that. But, like, the water effects for this game are actually kind of decent. They look nice. That's one thing I like. I believe it's a Twitter account where it just talks about, like, video game water. Like, the water looks nice. And I like that a lot. Water graphics are important, you know? I'm excited. Going off topic, I brought up the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. I'm really excited to see, because obviously, like, graphics have improved so much, especially if you take into account, like, when this game came out, like 2010, you know, we still had the Xbox 360 and the PS3, which doesn't feel like it's been that long ago. I mean, it's been 11 years, but, or close to 11 years. Well, really, for the Xbox 360, it was 2005, so it's been about 16 years, which is incredible to believe. Like, games even, like, early, like, 360 and PS3 games definitely have aged, and they don't look amazing, but, like, even for the time, they looked amazing. And when you compare it to, like, the GameCube and the PS2, it's a huge jump. And even now, the fact that we can have games that look better than that now still amaze me. And it's just, I know I'm being a dead horse, I'm not really talking about anything new here, but it's still insane. Especially, like, I'm getting back to my point, I can't wait to see how, like, water in games changes more. Because, like, water, in, like, I'd say around those eras already looked good. But now, like, they look even better, especially because we're going to have better frame rate stuff. It's incredible, but, yeah. And these guys here, they got a Magmar and an Electabuzz. I always link these, or pair these guys up together, from Gen 1 Pokemon. I feel like they just, like, they're kind of like 2 peas in a pod, in a way. And Magmar's Protect. Protect's such an annoying move. I wish we had a move, and I could be wrong on this, that can, like, get rid of Protect. Like, if you use it, you can break through it somehow. I know it's kind of, like, getting rid of the point of Protect, but still, I don't know. But, yeah. Eevee here, I probably shouldn't have thrown Eevee out, because there's a chance Eevee could lose. Like, I like Eevee. Eevee's a good Pokemon, but Eevee's not the best at dealing with stronger enemies. Also, here with Brick Break, you can break through like a barrier type of like a light screen that the Electabuzz used. I recommend if you have it on there, if it puts one of those up, definitely use it, because I think it does extra damage when that happens, but I could be wrong on that. I am also being risky, though, because I have Heracross here, a Bug-type fighting against Magmar, a Fire-type, obviously. He threw a Flamethrower on me, that can do a lot of damage. I should have been careful, but I wasn't. Thankfully, Eevee here's got that Shadow Ball, so that should help out, especially in the next turn. Heracross can hit, like, one good Brick Break on it, it'll probably take it out, but, yeah. Also, I don't really believe I showed it before, but Eevee did learn Bite off screen, I'm pretty sure. That's a pretty decent Dark-type move. I'm keeping that on Eevee for now, because that's a good way for me to counter against Psychic types when I come up against them. Because while Heracross is a Bug-type, I really can't fight well against Bug-type, or like Psychic types without an actual Bug-type move. So I kind of have Eevee here with like Shadow Ball and Bite, that way I can kind of take out Psychic and Ghosts. It kind of comes in handy. But just getting back, also Heracross on Takedown, that's a really good normal-type move. It does quite a bit of damage, so I definitely got rid of Fury Attack, because Fury Attack's not very good, but Takedown will for sure make up for that. But going back to talking about the graphics and stuff, obviously I am no aficionado on how graphics really work. I know some things, but like I couldn't tell you how to make an actual like thing like that. Like I am no video game developer, but I still will always admire sprites, and, like, I think a good sprite game will always age better than, like, an actual, game full of polygons, obviously. Like, I was looking the other day, that new Ninja Turtles game, Shredder's Revenge, got announced, and, that game looks amazing. It looks so good, and I can't wait for it, and it made me think, I was like, I'm gonna go watch some, like, old footage of Turtles in Time. And Turtles in Time still looks good, and the sprites for that game are amazing. And even the sprites for the Pokemon games. Like, Pokemon isn't doing anything amazing, but still, they look great. Also, before I go, I forget. These trainers are pretty infamous, because this couple trainer here, they have an Onix and a Cloyster. So, you're probably thinking, what's the big deal on this? So, they're quite infamous in the Pokemon fandom, as Cloyster looks like a vagina, and Onix is a giant rock snake, could resemble a penis. They're a couple. Obviously, that means there's some innuendos there. They're doing the do, you know? I am a gamer. I don't understand these things. I don't know how they work, you know? You know, I assume they just go home and play Pokemon, Battle Revolution, like I would do on a date. I'd bring the girl home to my apartment, or home, whatever, and I'd be like, hey, baby, you want to play some Pokemon Battle Revolution? And then she leaves, and I feel sad inside. But still, I'm assuming it's the same thing. But, yeah, they're quite infamous within the fandom, because, yeah, Cloyster, to be fair, does kind of look like a vagina. I can't even argue with that. Also, they're still using Onix. Man, this is Gen 2, well, Gen 4, technically. You know, upgrade your Onix to a Steelix, brother, you know. But going back to the sprite stuff, though, I know I'm just rambling. Besides the music, there's not really a lot to talk about on these route, but I do... Pokemon sprite games still look quite good today. Like, sprite games in general, I think, they're gonna age better. Like, you take, like, a Super Mario World still looks great. Sonic, like, all the Sonic games, well, not all of the sprite Sonic games look great, but majority of them do. Like, Sonic 1 through 3K. Even, I know Mania came out in 2017, but Mania is still a good-looking game as well. Sprite games just are gonna age better. It's just kind of like a natural thing. Obviously, they're not all. I've seen some ugly sprite games, but still. Go on here, you can get a nugget. If you go back to the Pokemon, you can sell that nugget and get quite a bit of money. I wanted to bring up this area here with all the grass and stuff. I believe I will show it off. So here's Farfetch'd. You can catch Farfetch'd here. You can actually catch quite a few Pokemon here. And there's one in particular that I do recommend if you're needing a new team member. It's not Farfetch'd. If this was Gen 8, yeah, because you can get Surfetch'd. But unfortunately, Farfetch'd isn't the best Pokemon out there. But what the Pokemon I'm talking about here is Gloom. So Gloom is a grass and poison type. And which is actually not a terrible type. That poison is going to be have a weaker to Psychic, which does kind of suck. But Gloom can evolve into Vileplume. And I do recommend, if you can find a Gloom, using it. If you want a grass type or a poison type, do that poison. It can learn a lot of good poison moves like Sludge Bomb, Toxic, stuff like that. And then you're also going to get good grass type moves like, you know, your Razor Leaf, your Solar Beams, stuff like that. I actually recommend it. So if you want a good, like, grass poison type, or grass type whatever, or poison whatever, it's up to you. I can recommend the Gloom line. It's pretty good. You can actually find it in the Safari Zone as well. The only thing about finding Gloom here is it has a catch rate of 5%, but I definitely do recommend it if you want a good new team member. I've used the Vileplume line before, and I do really like it a lot. It's a very good type. Obviously, the Bulbasaur line's better, but the Vileplume line is still quite good. So, that's always there if you want it. I'm not going to be using Vileplume. I admittedly don't find a good reason to use grass types in this game. Just being honest here. There's not a lot of gyms, I feel like, that really you can use a lot of grass types on. That would be, like, come in handy. Not that they're bad, it's just I don't really use them much here. It's like that with every gym, but I want to head out here in the grass, because it's finally time for something. And talking about Gloom, here's a Gloom right here. Yes, a Gloom. Might look a little weird. It's definitely slobbering for some reason. But, I want to fight this Gloom. That was a good headbutt. It's gonna use Poison Powder almost if it, which kind of sucks. That's another thing. I'm hyping up the Gloom line. It can learn a lot of good status effect moves, so if you want a Poison Powder, Stun Spore, stuff like that, the Gloom line is very good about that. Sleep Powder as well. Like I said, very, very good Pokemon line. I really do recommend it. Eevee finally got to level 31. And guys, it's time. Our baby Eevee is evolving. It took a while, but finally, Eevee has evolved into Espeon. Espeon is poisoned, which sucks. Espeon here, though, after a lot of training off-screen, and believe me, it took a lot, is finally an Eevee, or Espeon, Eevee's finally an Espeon, whatever. I threw Quilava out there because I don't want to show Espeon. Yeah, I'm saving it for a battle, but Espeon is the Sun Pokemon. Eevee evolves into Espeon through happiness during the day. Like I said, I did a lot of happiness grinding off screen to make this process a lot easier, so you don't have to really watch that. I know I'm talking over this guy here talking about the Safari Zone, but I want to quickly get into Espeon. So if you're training your Eevee and you want an Espeon, or it's other daytime, well, time of day evolution, Umbreon, I do recommend taking it to the spa place in Goldenrod to get massages. That really helps. If you can get the Soothe Bell, I believe you get that in the National Park. That helps a lot. It helps boost happiness. It helps a lot. Just do not let your Eevee die if you're doing this, because it will lower its happiness points. If you do want an Umbreon, though, you need to have your Eevee evolve at night, because it is the nighttime Pokemon. Espeon is the daytime Pokemon. Espeon is Psychic type. It's really good, and Umbreon is Dark. So, before I go on, the Safari Zone guy, he wanted us to catch a Geodude for his little test. So, our first Pokemon was a Geodude, level 15, obviously. So, we're going to catch a Geodude. It will not be a member of the party, but just catching it. I want to quickly get into the Safari Zone really quickly, and then I'll go back to Espeon here. So, this Safari Zone is actually exclusive to Heart Gold and SoulSilver. It is the only Johto Safari Zone. It did not appear in the original Generation 2 games. However, in the original Generation 2 games, this includes Crystal, there is an unused map of the Kanto Safari Zone in those games, but it's incomplete. Obviously, it wasn't used in the game at all. This Safari Zone actually has the largest amount of Pokemon able to be acquired in the entire series thus far, as you can catch a huge amount of Pokemon here from all 4 generations. Funny enough, here's Lickitung from Gen 1. Lickitung actually got an evolution in Gen 4, and it turns a Licky Licky. Really weird Pokemon, but yeah, not using Lickitung either. And none of the Pokemon I'm catching in Safari Zone I'm going to use on my team, so yeah. But a cool thing about the Safari Zone is you can actually customize Safari Zone, and there's no step limit like in the original games, which thank God they got rid of that. But the Safari Zone is just a place you can go catch Pokemon. You can either throw bait, a rock, whatever, and try to make it easier to catch them. It's the Safari Zone. You've probably seen it before. It's like in every single game, I believe. I know it's not in Gen 8, which is weird. You'd think they'd make it like its own little wild area, but still. This is a good place, though, to catch some new Pokemon if you are interested, though. There are a lot of good choices here. That's something I'm just telling you now you should look up. Not me, because that's a lot of stuff to do. I'm not doing that. But if you're needing a new team member here, there are a lot of good Pokemon here. You can get some of the Nidoran line. I believe there'll be a Nidorina and Nidorino. So if you want a Nidoking, I recommend that. Poison Ground, really good. You can actually catch the Bagon line here, which I never knew about. And that's insane to me, because the Bagon line can evolve into Salamence. And if you can get a Bagon somehow, which I never knew they were in this game, I highly recommend doing it. Salamence is incredibly good. I personally prefer the Flygon line myself, but Salamence is still amazing. Also, here's Wheezing, because it's Wheezing, you know. I like Wheezing. But before I promise I'd go back and talk about Eevee and Espeon a little bit. I do want to note that just because I didn't use Umbreon doesn't mean I don't like Umbreon. I love Umbreon. Umbreon's great. It is pure Dark type. Unfortunately, it doesn't have a lot of amazing Dark type moves. You can definitely get like Dark Pulse, which is good. But the Espeon in this game is definitely a lot of a... Espeon, okay, in this generation is a much better choice, I believe. However, like I said, that doesn't mean I don't like Umbreon. Umbreon's still really good, it's just the Espeon I think is better. But it is quite good. I've used one before, obviously you've used one in Pokemon Coliseum, stuff like that. I'm just a bigger fan of Espeon. Admittedly, I do love Umbreon a lot, though. It is very cute, and I do like it a lot. I honestly considered using Umbreon, because I usually use Espeon when I do playthroughs of this game, but I thought I'm only gonna get one chance to LP Pokemon SoulSilver. Well, I mean, I can do it again, but I don't want to. So I want to go with Espeon. So I will make a promise here. One day I will do Pokemon Coliseum, and I will keep that Umbreon and use the entire LP. Well, at least try to. So, yeah. I know no one cares, but I just thought I would share, because why not? A little bit of trivia. So if talking about like other remakes, if you're playing Fire and Leaf Green, you actually can't evolve your Eevee into Umbreon or Espeon due to the lack of a time system in those games, which it does make sense. What's weird is Let's Go Eevee's a thing and you still can't do that, which is stupid to me. So, basically, if you wanted to bring your Umbreon and Espeon from, you know, a previous game, because you couldn't do it on the original Gold, Silver, Crystal due to the battery life, and there was no way for it to come over to Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. Basically, what you do if you wanted a Espeon and Umbreon in Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald is you had to trade an Eevee from Fire Red and Leaf Green over to the Gen 3 Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald games, and then evolve it there, because those games did have a night and day system. So, then you had to trade it back to Fire Red and Leaf Green, so... Or, obviously, you can get it from Pokemon Coliseum or XD if you do that as well. I kind of forgot about that. I am so glad today we are able to just get Pokemon... Well, we kind of can't do the no National Dex in Gen 8, but, like, we now can pretty much just... If you want a Pokemon, you can have it, so I do like that. I think, really, the only official Pokemon that's never, like, you can just get in a game on its own without, like, a mystery gift is Arceus, which, obviously, with Pokemon Legends Arceus, I'm assuming you'll be able to catch Arceus, so, yeah. I haven't brought up, because I know I just completely skipped over the Safari Zone there, but, I'm surprised that, like, okay, I'm surprised I never brought up the Beta Arceus during the Ruins of Alpha episode, because I love Beta Arceus a lot. It's one of my favorite Beta designs. Something, like, it's such, like, a simple design, but I think that's why I like it. It's the most, like, god-like thing. It honestly is more of, like, a god design than, like, the actual Arceus, I'd say, but, yeah. I think it's just because of, like, we couldn't comprehend that. I don't know. I'm going off topic, you know, whatever. But, that was the Johto Safari Zone. We've had quite a bit of an action-packed episode here with Espeon evolving. And next time on Pokemon SoulSilver, we're going to be heading to, the route that leads to our next gym, which is Mahogany Town. We're actually going to reach Mahogany Town, so, yeah. Join me next time. Thank you all for watching, and have a nice day.